So Men in Black International is the 4th film in the Men in Black franchise. It stars Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth as a new cast that we've gotten for Men in Black, because we're used to Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, this great chemistry we've seen throughout the years in the first 3 Men in Black movies. But in Men in Black International, we get a new cast. We get Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, and it starts off with Tessa Thompson's character. She was a little girl, and her parents got neuralized, and she didn't get neuralized, so she still remembers the Men in Black. So she spends her whole life trying to find the Men in Black, and she finally does, and she gets recruited, and then she finally teams up with Chris Hemsworth's character, and they go off and try to beat this bad guy, this alien called the Hive, supposedly, and they got to get this device back so the Hive won't be able to use it. And that is where we have our film, and this is like the other Men in Black films, where it's kind of the same kind of narrative structure of the plot. You know, there's a bad guy and they need to get the weapon from the bad guy so that the bad guy won't put the whole universe in danger. So, you know, and right off the bat, the first thing you'll know in this movie is that Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson have great chemistry, man. They have some great chemistry, because in Avengers Endgame and, you know, before that, Thor Ragnarok, they had very good chemistry also. So in this film, I was excited to see that chemistry taken further in their own movie together, where they have just them two. And by far, that was the best part of the movie. They are very good with each other. They play off each other very well, and that was, to me, the most enjoyable part of the movie. But sadly, they didn't have much to work with the script. The script wasn't that good in this movie, and I hate to say it because it had a great cast. It had Liam Neeson in it even, and it just, the script fell really flat. I feel like they would have had a better script. It would have been a lot more enjoyable movie than it was. However, there were some funny moments, like Chris Hemsworth was a really funny dude in this movie. He's gotten better at his comedy. He's finally letting himself out. You know, in the Thor movies, the beginning movies, he didn't really let his, you know, full like comedic side come out, his full personality. And then finally in Thor Ragnarok, it just kind of came out, and now everybody loves Thor. It's like everybody loves Thor now. It's like their favorite character. You know, like that's a lot of people now, and Thor's their favorite character because of that. And I think that this film really lets that go, but the script wasn't good. If the script would have had better lines for him to do, I feel like the funniest parts were lines that he improvised, almost, in a way, because the script wasn't that good. The plot even wasn't even all that great, and that really sucks in this movie, because there was so much potential with that cast, and I really hate that. And a lot of the humor did fall flat, I would say, except for, you know, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson had her moments. You know, she's a great actress. I love her in Creed, so I enjoy seeing her on screen. And Chris Hemsworth was a good character. I just don't like how they made his character kind of just one-dimensional almost. They didn't give him much depth like Tessa Thompson's character. They let him kind of just be the reckless, kind of funny character. They didn't give him much depth. And I think that was a big mistake, because you have Chris Hemsworth on your hands. He can act really good, just not just in humor, but emotionally. And I think that was a big mistake with that. And I will say that another funny part of this movie was the character named Pani. He was actually a really funny alien in this movie. I actually enjoyed his presence, and whenever he's on screen, I caught myself laughing a few times. So I think he added some enjoyment to the film also. There was some funny moments with him. So I think you'll enjoy that if you watch this film. That Pani will definitely get your attention. But yeah, overall, plot-wise, this movie wasn't that strong to me. It's definitely, to me, the least best of the Men in Black films. I would say that this would fall right under Men in Black 2, and then I'll put Men in Black 3, and then Men in Black 1. So it'll kind of go in that order for me. Another thing I want to point out is that the villains in this film were none other, man, than my favorite dancers on this earth, the best dancers on this earth, Lay Twins, man. They were finally casted in a movie like they should have been, because they're not just good dancers, but they actually are very animated people. They have a good personality. They're good at acting. So I think having them in the movie was a perfect time for something really unique with the villain. We could see something different, you know. But they hardly even talked in the movie. They have a couple dance scenes, and they say a couple words. And that's it. That's sadly it. That is all Lay Twins get. That's all the love they get in this movie. And I hated that so much, because I was looking so forward to seeing what they were going to do in this movie, because they had so much potential to do something unique with them. And they're not bad actors. They're good actors. So I don't know why they didn't utilize them, you know, to their fullest ability. That really was a mistake to me. I really wish they would have done something better with them. But sadly, they weren't given good material. So yeah, overall, I would give Men in Black about a 7 out of 10. Aliens in London? You gotta be bloody kidding me, mate. Yeah, guys, overall this movie was kind of enjoyable, but the script made it go down a lot for me. And it makes the film for me go from a good movie to an okay movie. It's not horrible, it's watchable, But at the same time, it's not a movie you really want to see again, if you get what I'm saying. I don't want to go see this again in the theaters. It was alright the first time, but I don't think I would enjoy it as much the second time. So yeah, that's how I pretty much feel about it. So yeah guys, those are my final thoughts on the movie. If you want to stay tuned for some more reviews, my next review coming up will be the Toy Story 4 review when I go see it this coming up weekend. I'm going to do a review with my little cousin Katie. She's a big fan of the Toy Story franchise, and I know she's going to love it to death. She's going to have a lot of things to say, so if you want to see that, you're going to want to stay tuned for what we have in store. But with that being said, I'm Chase Lee, and if you enjoy this review and you want to see more reviews like this in the future, you can click right here after I disappear.